One last thing I'll mention before we pop out of here and get into Blackboard. I should have mentioned this when we talked about assessment. This Your Own Work link right here is a little academic integrity statement I made up a couple of years ago. You're going to notice in this class that I'm going to say things like, go look it up. Go do some research. Go Google it. And you're going to want to work with, maybe, going to want to work with classmates on doing assessments. And I am totally okay with that. As a matter of fact, I encourage that if that's what you want to do. But you got to be careful. You got to make sure that we're all working uniformly, equally, equitably in our courses. So you got to make sure that each person, if they end up working together, individually does all the questions on assessments. And this runs the gamut from not sharing answers via email to not sending questions, farming out to other online sources to do for you and things like that. It's all covered in this academic integrity statement. I don't expect most people to ever even have to worry about this because most people just do the right thing. I think sometimes people just fall into this kind of a pattern unknowingly. I don't think people intentionally try to get one over on me. I just think sometimes we lose track of when we're actually doing the work ourselves versus having somebody else do the work for us. So anyway, read that too. Okay, let's back out of here and let's go into Blackboard. You know what? Before we do that, let me just go back to the schedule page and open an assessment. And I'm going to, since we talked about it, I'm going to open that quiz on quiz points. Okay. So when you open any of my quizzes or my projects or my exams or my homeworks or anything for that matter, you're always going to see something that looks like this. It's going to have a header up top. It's going to have some paragraphs of reading. I like footnotes. You'll see a lot of footnotes. You'll see some questions to do. Question 1, question 2. There's the point values right there. What are you going to do? How are you going to turn this in? Well, here's what I don't want you to do. Don't print this out and try to slam answers in between the spaces that are here because it's not enough. So don't do that. I can think of a couple ways. One way you can do it is you can create, let me see if I can open up a blank Word document here. You can open up a blank Word document and then just type your answers into that. So 1, your answer to number 1. 2, your answer to number 2. 3, your answer, and so forth and so on and so forth. You'll notice in my class, very often is this like a normal algebra class where it's like a series of equations to solve. Generally speaking, it's going to be sentence-based answers or explain your thinking kind of answers. So you're going to make a Word document. This is one option. Save it somewhere where you can find it, and then we can upload that to Blackboard later. Now, some people, they love doing math on paper. So another option is just grab some scrap paper. I got a pile of it here in my office, actually. And then write out your answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write the answers next to them. Don't feel that you have to write the quizzes write the questions or copy the questions. I don't want any of that stuff. Just give me your answers. When I grade this in Blackboard, I have this document open on one monitor and your work open on the other. So once you've handwritten your work, if you choose the scrap paper route, you can either take a picture with your cell phone and upload that picture to Blackboard, or you could scan that paper and then upload that PDF to Blackboard. Your choice. The Blackboard will accept either one, usually. And then, so now you've got a digital file. Okay, and I'm going to close all these tabs. I did put a tutorial video here explaining everything I'm telling you now, just so you know as well. Okay, so now you've got your digital file. Let's get it into Blackboard. Well, this is actually the most straightforward part. Just go to Blackboard. Yours is going to look a little different than mine just because, you know, different courses and everything. Just go to your online Math 105 and then find out. So what we just did the quiz on quiz points, right? Yeah, so we would click on the quiz on quiz points. We would browse the local files. And then we would attach that file that we created, and then we'd hit submit. And that's it. That's it right there, my friends. You'll probably get an email that says, well, you have submitted this to Blackboard, blah, blah, blah. At 10 a.m. each Friday, whatever folders are in here are going to disappear. And then at some point later that Friday, I will add new folders for the following week. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. I bet you a lot of you have already done that before if you've taken classes at COCC before. So yeah, really straightforward. That's submitting stuff to Blackboard. And I think, having said that, that's a pretty good basic introduction to the syllabus. You can always email me with more questions if you've got them. You can drop by that first Tuesday custom office hour if you want, from 8 to 8:45. You could stop by the office at Grandview 226. Let's just check to see if my office hour is updated yet. I don't know if they are. I'm curious. I want to know. Oh, they're gonna lock me out. Nope, not there yet. Anyway. Welcome to Math 105. And like I said, any questions, just fire away an email and we'll get you taken care of. Be well, stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.